During 1 AD, the Roman Empire had expanded across three continents, Europe, Asia, and Africa, at its peak, showcasing its immense power and reach. However, in the west, its borders were defined by the Rhine River in Germania, beyond which lay fierce and independent tribes who refused to bow to any foreign rule. The Romans, always eager to expand their empire, dreamed of bringing these lands under their control. With this ambition in mind, they moved forward and attempted to conquer the untamed territories of Germania, hoping to extend their influence even further into this challenging and rebellious region. The Romans' journey into Germania truly began with a desire to extend their control beyond the natural boundary of the Rhine River and to subjugate the fierce and independent Germanic tribes who lived there. After Julius Caesar's successful conquest of Gaul in the mid-1st century BC, the Romans established the Rhine as the frontier of their empire, but they saw the wild lands of Germania as the next region to conquer. The opportunity to expand further arose when the Sicambri tribe defeated a Roman legion and captured its standard, Eagle, an act that was seen as a disgrace to Rome. In response, Emperor Augustus decided that Germania had to be subdued, and he increased Rome's military presence along the Rhine. To lead this mission, he sent his stepson Drusus in 12 BC. Drusus managed to defeat several tribes and push deep into Germanic territory, even reaching the Elbe River at one point, marking significant progress in Rome's expansion efforts. After his death in 9 BC, his brother Tiberius took over the campaign and continued to maintain Roman control over the Germanic tribes. For a few years, it seemed that the Roman Empire had established a foothold in the region, and they began the process of Romanizing the local tribes, integrating them into the empire. As the Romans extended their dominion, they faced mounting resistance from the Germanic tribes, who fiercely valued their independence. This tension reached a tipping point under Emperor Augustus when he appointed Publius Quinctilius Varus as the governor of Germania. Varus, in his efforts to enforce Roman laws and collect taxes, incited significant resentment among the local tribes, sparking rebellions against Roman authority. During this period, Arminius emerged as a pivotal figure. Originally from the Germanic Cherusci tribe, he was taken as a hostage in his youth by the Romans, a customary tactic employed by Rome to guarantee the allegiance of conquered peoples. While in Rome, Arminius was indoctrinated in military strategies, received Roman citizenship, and even earned the esteemed rank of a Roman knight. Despite these honors, Arminius nurtured a profound animosity towards the Roman Empire, driven by the subjugation and exploitation of his homeland and its inhabitants. His complex identity and strategic insight would soon play a crucial role in the unfolding conflict. Years later, Publius Quinctilius Varus, the governor of Germania, recognizing Arminius's unique position, his deep understanding of Roman military tactics, and his Germanic heritage, summoned him back to Germania. Varus believed that Arminius could help manage the increasingly restless Germanic tribes, maintaining Roman control over the region. As a trusted ally, Arminius gained a position of influence under Varus and was tasked with helping to enforce Roman rule. However, while Varus saw him as a loyal Roman officer, Arminius had a very different agenda. Despite outwardly serving Rome, he never forgot his roots or the suffering of his people under Roman dominance. Deep inside, Arminius harbored a desire to free Germania from Roman control. He recognized that the only way to resist such a powerful empire was to unite the various Germanic tribes, who had long been divided and suspicious of one another. Using the trust he had gained from the Romans, Arminius began to secretly plan a rebellion, laying the groundwork for what would become one of the most significant and devastating defeats the Roman Empire would ever face. Arminius skillfully manipulated Roman governor Publius Quinctilius Varus into leading his 3 Roman legions into a deadly trap, which culminated in the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest in 9 AD. Here's how the events unfolded. Over time, Arminius had earned Varus's complete trust through his perceived loyalty and his understanding of both Roman and Germanic strategies. As an advisor and a mediator between the Roman authorities and the Germanic tribes, Arminius was in a unique position to influence Roman decisions. Arminius cleverly created a fake emergency by spreading rumors of a rebellion among distant Germanic tribes. These rumors made it seem like the uprising was big enough to challenge Roman control, but still small enough to handle quickly with soldiers. Based on this, Governor Varus, trusting Arminius's advice, led his 3 legions on a path through the Teutoburg Forest, a route secretly chosen by Arminius. As the Roman soldiers moved deeper into the thick, unknown forest, they were unaware of the danger waiting for them. Heavy rain started to fall, making the ground muddy and slowing them down. The forest paths were narrow and twisting, which broke up their usual military formations and left them exposed. This was exactly what Arminius had planned for. Suddenly, the Germanic tribes, hidden among the trees and brush, launched their attack. Armed with spears, swords, and a fierce determination to reclaim their land, they descended upon the Roman columns with fury. The Romans, caught off guard and unable to form their disciplined lines, fell into chaos. Arminius, now leading his fellow Germanic warriors, struck with precision and ferocity, using his intimate knowledge of Roman tactics against them. The Romans tried to regroup, but the terrain made it impossible to fight effectively. Over the next 3 days, they were continuously harassed and ambushed by Arminius and his allies. Any attempts to build a defensive camp or retreat were thwarted by the relentless assaults from all sides. Roman soldiers, exhausted, demoralized, and facing attacks from a seemingly invisible enemy, struggled to survive. By the 4th day, it was clear that the Roman legions were doomed. Their commander, Publius Quinctilius Varus, realizing the gravity of the situation and unable to face the disgrace of such a defeat, took his own life. The remaining Roman soldiers, leaderless and trapped, were either killed or captured. In that moment, the seemingly invincible Roman army suffered one of its most devastating defeats. The Battle of the Teutoburg Forest not only marked the end of Roman ambitions to conquer Germania, but also proved that the empire was not invincible. Arminius, the man who had once worn a Roman uniform, had united his people and dealt a crushing blow to one of the most powerful armies in history. His victory would echo through the ages, changing the balance of power in Europe and forever halting the Roman Empire's expansion into the lands beyond the Rhine. Thank you for watching. Stay connected for more history stories.